Hello, we are AI4Impact's Congressional team, and today we'll be walking you through our project CivicConnect. But first, introductions. My name is Annette, and I'm CivicConnect's Product Manager and Communications Liaison. Not here with us today, we have Parth, our lead software developer.
Hi, my name is Rohit. I serve as a Slack integration expert and researcher.
Hi, my name is Arjun. I'm the lead GPT researcher.
And my name is Isha. I'm the lead development researcher.
Today, we'll be walking you through the product, the process, and our next steps. CivicConnect is the first of its kind. Using GPT-powered features as a basis, CivicConnect condenses the steps between constituent outreach and district office reception. Its impact potential is fueled by its scalable and adaptable nature, and we look forward to monitoring its progress and implementation in district offices worldwide. The problem we aim to address is constituent engagement, which in the United States is fundamentally broken. Congressional staffers are overwhelmed with correspondence volume, leading to long response times for constituents. As a result, citizens feel unheard, timely assistance is extremely difficult, and while the implications of AI and correspondence volume is unknown, the system is not currently equipped to deal with the possible challenges it may bring. For example, in a Brooklyn study done this year, the researchers sent 30,000 ChatGPT-generated emails. It was reported that legislators had trouble distinguishing between human-generated and AI-generated emails, meaning that the flooding staffers' inboxes is very easy.
With our problem now defined, we also wanted to define the objectives for our project, what CivicConnect should be able to do. We landed at 4 main goals. 1, answering basic questions. Given a library of press releases, talking points, speeches, quotes, etc., the chatbot should be able to provide succinct and correct questions for constituents. 2, analytics on citizen communication. We'd like our chatbot to use a database to store conversations and use those conversations to provide insight which can be turned into data visualizations. 3, reduce intake work. Rather than having to go through the strenuous process of manual intake, the chatbot aims to iterate through a series of intake steps, creating a ready-to-work-on case. 4, integrate into Office workflow. Relay this ready-to-work-on case to the Slack of a staffer.
All right, so now we're going to have a demo of the product.
So this is the admin dashboard for CivicConnect, and this is an example of the Moulton bot. So we can see that everything is customizable, down from the name to the description, conversation prompt starters, and conversation categories. So this description is essentially what goes into the system prompt. We can provide context to the bot here. Then these conversation starters, they show up at the bottom of the screen, so the user can click on one of those buttons, and it can help them start a conversation. And then there are categories, which are all editable. We can change the description of all of them. Then we can also go to the Documents tab, where we can upload new documents, which the chatbot can learn from. So I've currently uploaded 5 documents, and the like, for example, the about.txt file that contains frequently asked questions such as how do I contact the Moulton office, which provides a phone number. So that's how the chatbot was able to answer our question. Then one more thing is we can demo the chatbot with this demo chatbot button here. So if I click this, we can firstly see that our conversation starters pop up at the bottom. The user is also going to see something similar to this, and then we can ask it questions. So for debug purposes, we can also view the full system prompt which CivicConnect uses. So any context for the chatbot will appear in the system prompt. So if I ask a question such as, how can I contact the Moulton office? It's going to search through all these documents and then give us an answer. Yeah, so we can see that it's provided us an answer, and it includes a phone number, which is in the document. The chatbot admin dashboard also has a few analytics-based features. So the first one is the conversations list. If I click on the conversations tab, we can view a log of all conversations and their categories. And we can also view how many messages were in that conversation. We can take some actions from here, such as deleting the conversation, opening it, and sharing it. The other feature is the analytics dashboard, where we can see a total number of conversations and a breakdown of conversation by category. The next feature on the admin dashboard is forms customization. We currently have one example form, which is to collect legislative opinions. So if I click on this, we can see that we can customize everything from the name, description, and instructions, which are and these instructions are what go into ChatGPT as the system prompt. So we have fields over here. In this case, we have 3 fields: the name, the zip code, and the actual opinion. So we can test this form by opening the demo chatbot and then start off by saying, I would like to share an opinion. And then the chatbot should prompt us for these fields by asking us for a name, zip code, and opinion. So we can see that it's done that. Now, one more thing is we would recommend that for every form, we add an appropriate conversation starter. For example, the starter here, just so that the user knows that they are able to submit this form. So if I go back to the demo chatbot, that shows up over here. So once users have submitted forms, we can click on the submissions and then view the submissions. So we can see that I have submitted one, which I did in testing. This is the chatbot which all constituents will see. We're going to explore some of its capabilities. The first one is that it can answer questions based on knowledge it's been provided. So for this question, we can see that it's going to give us an answer based on the documents the Moulton office has uploaded. So we can see that it's provided a phone number and an exact address. The second thing is that we can provide some information. If I would like to share an opinion, for example, if I click on this button, then the chatbot is going to prompt us and collect information from the user in a natural manner. So we can first provide our actual opinion, and then it can provide the name and zip code. And once it receives all this information, it's going to submit the form for us. So we can see that the form has been submitted.
Next, now that we introduced our product, let's go back and talk about how we built our chatbot. First, we tried to understand the problem. For this, we had expert advice from three main groups: the Moulton office, Giuseppe Morgana, and the POPVOX team. The Moulton office and the POPVOX team were instrumental in understanding what key features were needed by congressional offices, like the Slack integration and data analytics feature. Mr. Morgana also helped us figure out what function chatbots play in ameliorating these issues.
So before we could move forward with our solution, we had to ask the question, can chatbots serve as good quality digital interns? Our research points to an emphatic yes. A digital intern in this context refers to a chatbot capable of effectively performing tasks, providing reliable information, and earning trust within an environment. According to a government-issued quarterly study, with disclosures and human oversights, AI-generated responses were in fact seen as more trustworthy than human-generated responses. Additionally, case studies show that chatbots can be a powerful and scalable tool. For example, Emma, the chatbot for USCIS, handles over 1 million calls every month. So while building our product, we encountered numerous challenges, but they empowered us to augment and further build out our product, CivicConnect, to build our most insightful and powerful iteration yet. By scoping the numerous problems within a congressional district office's constituent feedback system and understanding the existing workflow within, we were able to identify two key points to keep in mind throughout the further development of the project. Number one, the need to prioritize semantics. We want district offices to feel comfortable using the product. For the example on the slide, the adaptive language of the chatbot is empathetic and can act respectfully on behalf of an office. Then two, the need to provide evidence-backed research. We specifically added citations to the chatbot in order to encourage users to fact-check the work and ensure misinformation is not spread.
Next steps. Our 5-step plan for deployment includes research, where we use expert advice to narrow down the list of required features, the development of the chatbot, where we work to create a customizable chatbot that can answer basic constituent questions, documentation, the stage we are in right now, where we build out our initial delivery team, the testing phase with the Moulton office. This is where we will roll out our delivery system in a limited area and within a controlled scope. And expansion, where we expand this project to other offices and to all customers in all locations. The last slide went over our inputs, the research, activities, development of the chatbot and documentation, and outputs, the testing phase with the Moulton office and expansion. However, our mission is to ameliorate constituent engagement. We want to show how our product can achieve that. As offices deploy our chatbot, we hope that the response times will get shorter for citizens and interns have less mail to respond to. This means that staff can work on other tasks. Also, citizens can feel more heard and better inform themselves on their local politicians' platform.
We'd like to thank the mentors and professors who offered critical insight throughout the development of the project, as well as the Moulton team. Without them, this would not be possible. Thank you. This is CivicConnect.